I'm the
Yeah, go ahead.
Welcome everybody. I'm Jackie Carroll. I'm the CEO of Gamecraft, and I am an educator and a lifelong advocate of learning and teaching. And also throughout my journey, I am a accredited financial counselor, and I have used my skills as a teacher and as a passionate curriculum designer to make financial literacy easier for people to understand. And earlier, some people had said things like, Chip said, start with mastering the fundamentals. And we're talking about Earth Day. And I am wearing green because today is Earth Day. But a lot of it also has to do with comfort with numbers. Choices compound. We have stronger personal finances. That means we have less waste. It's a healthier planet in the long run. And numeracy, which is the fundamental that we need to master before we can do anything in financial wellness and moving towards a sustainable Earth Day, is numeracy. Being comfortable with numbers is that foundation. It allows us to estimate, to compare, to double check numbers. And that skill set moves into financial wellness, which really helps support environmental wellness, right? We can start spending that's aligned with our values. For example, I do a lot of shopping at thrift stores because, first of all, I don't like to buy anything full price. And second of all, just like we said earlier, is I don't want those clothes to be trash and things like that. And so I like to repurpose. Also, having good numeracy skills and some of those aligned spending values helps you reduce those impulse purchases, helps improve your savings, and it lowers stress and it lowers your overall footprint. So I have a challenge for all of you that are here today, really. Just try one simple thing. I know there was a lot of suggestions earlier on about all the things you need to do, the 20, 30, all that stuff. And that can be a little bit overwhelming. So I would encourage all of you to just try something small. For example, for this month, just monitor your spending, count your purchases, and see, focusing on one item, whether that is the subscriptions we talked about earlier, or takeout meals, or clothing, or something else that's personal to you. Just monitor that one item. And then once you see how much you've spent on it, make a reduction goal. Maybe just something as simple as, hey, two fewer takeout orders this month, or cancel one subscription, or something else. But financial literacy and financial wellness begins being comfortable with numbers. That builds into better buying decisions for our budgets and our planets. Having the power to truly compare costs, that's important when you make purchasing decisions between buying something very inexpensive to something that might cost a little more, has better quality. It allows you to help spot waste, and choosing those options will help you reduce emission and pollution over time. So let's play, because Get Nine is the foundation for mastering the fundamentals. It is the foundation of numeracy. And as Elizabeth said, we're also in not only Financial Literacy Month, but we're also focusing on liturgy at Brightside Videos. So one of the things is with Get Nine, it's very simple. It's a card and dice game. And you can, though, use the instructions to promote literacy among children, because the great thing is that the instructions are done very simple. They have supporting visual elements, and so that allows kids to learn the information and also process it. And so, for example, you might show them the easy and hard dice, tell them that the wild card means they can use that any way they want. A blank means that you sit out that turn. And then you can show what else you can do as far as combining numbers and the way that you can also use it, whether it's with one dice, with two dice, two combinations, or you can do a cross number calculation. So let's play a couple of things together. So here the hand throw is, and I'm not going to take a lot of time to let you do that because we have a limited amount of people on here today. But for example, you deal your first set of cards and the player got 11, 4, 6, 3 12s, and a 4 and a 4, and you threw a plus and a minus. And a possible calculation could be something like a combo calculation, that is 11 minus 6 equals and plus 4 equals 9, right? You could have another one, which could be all these cards. You pulled your new card, it was a 12, you still had a plus and a minus, and now you're thinking, okay, what are the possible calculations? And I encourage you to think about it. How am I going to get 9? Well, in this case, I saw two ways to get to 9, right? One is 4 plus 5 gets 9, and 12 minus 3 is 9. Now, you only use each of the dice once, and you can't use them for other ones. So you always have to get a new hand and a new throw. And in this one, we have addition and multiplication. And so a potential here could be 10 divided by 10 is 1 plus 8 is 9. So you can see it's really easy to start building on that, but you become very comfortable with numbers in the long run. This throw, for example, you have also division and a plus. The calculation is 12 divided by 6 is 2 plus 7 is 9. And one of the secrets to get 9 is when you're playing it, whether you're playing it with grandparents, Bill, if you're playing it with your grandchildren, the goal is, Oretha, the goal is to always lay the cards down, let them see it so that they use both their mind, they also hear the audio, and they see it. 12 divided by 6. Not only are you putting the hands on, we had the other girl here earlier that did the behavior, it helps that reinforce in your mind. And that's very powerful because you're using more than one sense to do the learning, right? You're using audio, you're using bodily kinesthetic, you're using problem solving, which is an introspective strength, and that's why you always lay it down. So here we had several numbers. It was a minus and a division again, same choice. 12 divided by 1 is 1, plus 10 minus 1 is 9. All right. So again, you can use the instructions to help promote literacy, which is something that you can do at the same time while you're promoting math literacy, because you do have a lot of graphics, and graphics help young children start figuring out, well, what do these words mean in relation to what it's all about? All right, so this is our final throw. I'm going to give everybody a chance here to play. The throw is this. So we have 4, 6, 12, 3, 10, 3, 9, 11, and 0. Come up with at least 3 possible combo calculations. That means you're using both dice in a calculation to get to 9. I'm going to set my timer. And I'm going to put it on 3 minutes, giving us 3 minutes. And the first one to get all 3 is going to be entered in some of those drawings that Elizabeth was talking about. All right, I started it, so check it out. You've got 4, 6, 12, 3, 10, 3, 9, 11, and 0. And the dice are division and addition. So at least 3 possible calculations. I'm going to look over here to see where I can see the chat room. So that looks a little bit off the thing. So the first one to type it in will be the winner in those drawings that Elizabeth was talking about throughout the year. All right, so take a moment, think about it. We still got 2 minutes left, plenty of time. All right, 9 divided by 3 is 3, plus 6 is 9. Perfect, so that's 1. So you need 3 of those. First one to do 3 using double calculations.
Okay, so Bill Pickney, 9 divided by 3 is 3 plus 6 is 9.
Exactly, and that's 1. But I wanted them to pick at least 3 possible calculations to be entered in a drawing for a prize later on. So there is at least 3 different ways you can get to 9, and that's also the power of the game. There is not just one calculation. It's just not one way of doing it. So it helps different learners at different opportunities in their life when they have when they're learning the skill and when they're becoming more comfortable with numbers. So the great news is there's usually more than one way.
Come on, everyone. Where's
Now
every
let's see what you got. You got 1 more minute left, and then I'll show you.
Grace and yeah, come on.
One of the things that also is part of the game is that the reason why the cards are faced up is so that everybody can see what everybody else has. And if somebody doesn't see an option, somebody else can steal. And then you can steal the other person's card based on their dice. So this is kind of what we're doing now, right? You could look and pretend these are my cards, and you're like, okay, what could I steal? All
Okay,
right, so we've got 11 plus 12 is 23. No, wait a minute. I can't see it quite right.
okay, I'll read it. 11 plus 12 plus 4, divide by, 11 plus 12 plus 4, divide by 3 is 9. Yeah, that's
Okay, so you only have one, and that's I'm glad you tried it, Ratha, but you only have one plus dice. So you
uh,
can only use the plus once, or the divide once, or the minus once. So you can only use what dice you have. Up. Oh, all right, so there's the minute. I'm going to stop right now because I know this was a little bit more challenging. So here are the possible solutions. So you could have combined some numbers and create, and you were going for that, right? I think when you were trying to get to a higher number, right? So 30 divided by 10 is 3 plus 6 is 9. Another one is 12 divided by 4 equals 3 plus 6 is also 9. And so I was able to use both dice in those. And so the goal is always to get as many cards into your discard pile. So with the first one, I would have got 4 cards into my discard pile. With the second one, I would have got 3 cards in my discard pile. And here is one that we got, Bill. You got this one, which is 9 divided by 3 is 3 plus 6 is 9. So the great thing about this game is that there are multiple options and multiple skill levels. And it keeps your brain young and fresh. And that is very important as we continue to make good choices to support Earth and Earth wellness, stronger personal financial choices based on feeling comfortable with numbers does create less waste, and it's a healthier planet for us in the long run. So I hope that you take the time to play. You can Get Nine on, of course, Brightside, where you can shop for Get Nine, and it's also on Amazon. You can shop there. You can connect with me at gamecraft.us or via LinkedIn. I'd love to hear more about you and connect with you. And I'm going to pass it over and stop sharing right now and pass it over to Elizabeth.
okay. I thought that's great. Thank you so much. We had a lot of people that registered, so I'll make sure that you connect with them with your game, because they were all into math literacy. So I don't know what happened to them, but we'll connect you with them so that you can make a connection. Also, Jackie, can you come back later this evening? Because I'll play the game. We have a bigger crowd at 7. And also, Bill, if you want to come back this evening, we got so 6 to 7 is the authors. And we're doing all 3 brand new books. And then we have 7 to 9 Robert Butman and AI. So that whole group, which is a whole other group that's added to our group. So if y'all can just bear with us and come back. And Grace, I will let you present your jewelry again as well if you can come back. And then Mother's Day is coming in May. So let's do a one-on-one and see if we can do some promotions for Mother's Day with the jewelry as well. Yeah.
I won't be able to come back, Elizabeth. I only had this morning to dedicate to attend, and that's why I came in a little early to support the
Wonderful.
group
Let
and
me
things
stop
like
my
that.
recording.
And so